Your competition is actually rerouting its schedule because there is a shortage as far as pilots is concerned. Infrastructure has not kept pace with the growth in passenger traffic. Has your sector been identified as a sunrise sector? Is it getting what this sector's true potential is?
Well, firstly, aviation in India is one of the most exciting sectors to be in. 20% growth for the last 3 years.
If you manage to survive and continue to fly.
Yeah. So let me respond to that. See, we are growing at 20% a year for the last 3 years. Yeah. It's the fastest growing aviation sector anywhere in the world. And with this, there are just 3% of Indians that fly. So clearly, this number is going to go up as disposable income goes up. Obviously, the numbers are going to go up. And there is a aviation revolution which is happening in the country. If you look at the number of new cities which are being added to the aviation map, there were 75 airports in this country in the first 70 years of our independence. And just in the last 2 years, we've added more than 25 airports. In the next 2 years, we'll add another 50 airports. So just in 3 years, we'll be doubling the number of airports we have. So it's been a terrific ride for the aviation space. Now, having said that, there is this mindset problem that we still have in India, where flying was always supposed to be for the rich. So you taxed it like you taxed color television at some point of time, or you taxed computers at one point of time. So the taxes on aviation are completely crazy. I mean, we pay today the highest amount that any country pays for aviation turbine fuel. We pay the highest amount that anybody pays for airports, and this clearly needs to change. Mr. Garg was talking about being internationally competitive. He's absolutely right. Today, if you give us a level playing field, we would give terrific competition, and I dare say we would beat the likes of Emirates and Etihad and Qatar. All we need is a level playing field. Unfortunately, we are not getting that. We are pushing it. I think there is understanding in large sections of the government that this needs to happen, but I think they need to take that political step. There are some states which are still not extremely supportive. Hopefully, we can convince them sooner rather than later, but this is something that's actually growing the economy of the states. This is something that's growing tourism in the states. It's absolutely criminal. It's a shame that we are not able to give a level playing field to airlines in India.
The reason why we're discussing aviation and healthcare is because the kind of multiplier impact that these two sectors can have on the economy, and specifically as far as job creation is concerned. But since I was talking about government debt, and I ask you that, Mr. Singh, in the context of what we're seeing with Indian aviation. I mean, CAPA's numbers are, as far as FY19 is concerned, full service carriers are expected to have a consolidated loss of $1.5 billion. For low-cost carriers, consolidated loss of about $200 million. If we were sitting with you on this panel, don't get the message that you're trying to send out, will we be able to realize the potential of this sector?
Well, firstly, those numbers are wrong.
Okay.
The model is changing.
Okay.
You will see the low-cost airlines actually will not lose money, but we could be making a significant sum of money if we had a level playing field, if our taxes were the same, let's say, as they are in Dubai or in the UK or in the US and all such countries. There is a terrific opportunity that we have in India because, the numbers, as you said, the demand is incredibly strong. Yeah. You start flights today to Pakyong in Sikkim, or you start a flight to Ajmer Sharif, or, name any destination which has not had a flight. You fill up the plane within 3 days. You start booking and the plane is full after 3 days. So the demand is there. But we need to get our taxes down. We also need to stop shipping our planes overseas. What's happening is today, because we don't support our own, maintenance MRO providers, all airlines are forced to send their planes outside, which is completely ridiculous because we have the engineers, we have the facilities. There's no reason why we shouldn't be doing this in India. We should be providing the pilots that you spoke about, not only to ourselves, but to the rest of the world. This is, we have young, bright, intelligent, educated people.
Yes.
We can do much more in terms of being an aviation superpower, and we are just not doing as much as we probably should be doing.
Okay, let me get both of you to respond, and I'll start by asking you, Mr. Kant, because now you're also looking after aviation in a sense. In fact, you just got